The Fresno County Department of Public Health and many other organizations are still investigating a biological lab that was found in Reedley. It's a story that Rich Rodriguez first told us about last Wednesday. The department is still removing biohazards and chemicals that could be a danger to the public.
Fox 26 reporter Sophia Lesseos took a deep dive into this investigation and explains everything we know right now. Sophia?
Liz and Monty, our viewers have been calling in and emailing us about concerns and questions about this lab since we first reported on it last week. They want to know what is going on, how did we not know about this, and even are we going to have another COVID outbreak? Here's what I found.
I've been with the county 26 years. I've never seen our public health department or really hearing from other local health departments of them dealing with this issue.
Many people, including Fresno City Council member Gary Bradford, are asking the Fresno County Department of Public Health, why did it seem like the illegal lab found in Reedley was kept under wraps?
Why wasn't the public informed of this illegal lab and what was found?
The County of Fresno has clapped back, saying it did.
There were 3 notices, one in April, one in May, and one in June that went out.
We're now learning the investigation began in December 2022. The city of Reedley contacted Fresno County with concerns about Prestige Biotech after a water hose was seen drilled through the side of a wall. The department tried to reach the owner of Prestige Biotech for answers.
They were either not providing, not responding, not providing correct information, or just entirely misrepresenting information.
Since then, many agencies have been working on this, including the Centers for Diseases Control and Prevention and the U.S. Food Drug Administration. Prado says there was a lot of code enforcement violations.
They saw laboratory mice. They saw a lot of refrigerators and freezers. They had statements from the business owner that they were doing some type of COVID testing on site.
After their initial investigations, the federal agencies handed it over to local ones.
And eventually they said, look, county, we want you we continue to do what we're doing, but we want you to handle the disposal of the site.
The County of Fresno carried out a health and safety code inspection in April. Prado says since there was no breakout of a virus in Reedley, the groundwater didn't indicate there was any bio-waste leaked into it, and the lab was contained. This issue didn't qualify for an emergency declaration. This would have given them a faster access to the lab and notified the public in a bigger way. But the county did issue a health officer closure at the end of May. It applied for a warrant in June and got access into the building in July. Among the items found, biological material, including blood, tissue serum, and bodily fluid samples, medical waste, vitals, and boxes.
Is there anything hazardous still there?
Yes, there is. There's over 800 chemicals on site. And so we are working with federal EPA to be able to dispose of those chemicals in accordance to federal and state standards.
There are still equipment and medical devices that need to be destroyed as well on site.
Now, Sophia, there have been a lot of questions about this, about whether or not this biological site was illegal or not. Do you have any answer to that?
Yes, Prado says the owner had a medical waste permit previously at different sites, but it did expire and he did not have one here. And under California Department of Public Health Laboratory Field Services regulations, the lab did not meet the requirements. Liz Monty?
Sophia, do we know, has he applied for any more permits since this?
Yes, actually. He hasn't applied for any permits for the being legal, but he has actually applied, the owner has applied to move to the city of Fresno.
All right. I think this is not the last we've heard of this one. All right. Thank you so much, Sophia. Fresno City Councilmember Gary Bradford held a news conference earlier today about the illegal lab. He says the County of Fresno and the Department of Public Health were not being transparent with their findings.
Yeah, he's also questioning if the biolab is similar to the outside lab in China that experimented with the COVID-19 virus.
Public has a right to know that after March 3rd, 5 months ago, in a legal lab experimenting with mice with COVID-19 infectious agents, similarly as was done at the Wuhan lab 3 years ago, is going on in our backyard.
The Fresno County Department of Public Health addressed this in Sophia's interview earlier and says the lab in Reedley is nowhere near that.
Statements of something towards the COVID epidemic with an outside lab, it's nowhere near that at all. It is not that. What we found on site and the way we were able to respond to it, it was pretty much contained, and we were able to monitor the public's health the entire time.
As Sophia just mentioned moments ago, the County of Fresno told her that the biolab currently has a pending application to move its facility into the city of Fresno.